It's time to lower your expectations because this video is all about getting a cheap car that won't blow up on you. In fact, this ideal list is going to go over 5 cars and an honorable mention, baby, that can all be had for under $19.99. Yeah, but wait, there's more because these are all dead reliable and are guaranteed to keep on going and going and going. Are you ready? Because I am. Let's go! If you don't mind putting the ick in Buick, then the first car on this list is one of the most reliable cars you'll ever consider buying. Yeah, we're talking about the 8th generation Buick Le Sabre. Basically, lightsaber in Spanish. Nothing like a little Detroit steel to comfortably cruise forever down the roadway. I mean, not only will you be comfortable, but you'll also be worry-free. Because the tried and true 3.8 liter power plant is a true Motor City masterpiece. That engine was produced at the Flint North plant in Flint, Michigan. That's better known for terrible drinking water rather than good engine reliability. But hey, even a blind squirrel will get an acorn every once in a while. Oh, and here's a super cool fact. Production of the 3800 V6 engine was originally set to end January 1st, 1999. But because of the vast number of complaints from both investors and customers, since the engine was so popular due to its reliability, manufacturing went on for, count 'em, another 9 years. So if you can get over the Buick reputation that it's a brand for old people and their parents, and then their parents' parents, and I don't know, is that like great grandma or something? You can reliably do front wheel drive burnouts to your heart's content. And just smile as you know that your quintessential Buick is ready to endure all of the abuse and neglect that his budget constraint owner can dish out. Let's switch gears and talk about the 6th generation Toyota trucks. These came before the Toyota Tacoma in 1995 and were the true workhorses of the Japanese automaker. Now, the thing is that you have to find one of these trucks specifically with the uber reliable 22R 4-cylinder engine. These things were so overbuilt that they will no doubt be running 10 owners after you've sold it. Yeah, it's got only 81 horsepower, which is less than some run-of-the-mill motorcycles today. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot of torque either, but I'll be damned. This truck with its little 4-banger can be driven hard and put away wet. But a word of caution, if it does get put away wet, watch out for rust because they are notorious for frame rust. But honestly, other than that, it's a fun little beater truck that you can continuously thrash on and it will always be begging for more. Hubba hubba. What's the one brand that's synonymous with reliable lawnmowers, reliable generators, and reliable cars? Well, if you were thinking of a Japanese automaker that rhymes with Jane Fonda, Honda, sorta, then you hit the reliability nail on the head. The 7th generation Honda Civic is a popular choice when budget-minded peeps like you are looking for a cheap and reliable car. The inline 4-cylinder resembles a slob. It's bulletproof and it gets over 30 miles to the gallon. But don't get me wrong, it's not going to set any 0 to 60 records. But the fact that it comes in both a coupe and sedan makes it an ideal budget car if you're riding solo in a coupe or if you're riding with the Slav Squad and you need a little bit more versatility with the sedan. Oh, and one of the best parts about Civics is that they are everywhere. So finding a nice one for less than $19.99 should be way easier than asking that cute girl on a first date. Now, if you use the ideal car strategies to help you negotiate, you'll be able to negotiate like a pro, save some dough, and get great gas mileage as you take that girl out to your favorite car show. Since we just covered a Honda, it's only fitting that we also cover a Toyota, specifically the ones from the early 2000s. They look way more modern than they should. The CE trim level, which is the bare bones model of all Corollas, is actually a plus, not a minus, because with less techie stuff, there's less to break. So it'll be lower maintenance and more fun to drive than your ex-girlfriend, which is saying a lot because these really aren't that much fun to drive. The 1ZZ motor had a 10-year production run because it was just that good. And when things break, because just like my buddy's dating life, nothing lasts forever. Parts are really cheap. I'm an econ major and still supply and demand get me every single time. Now, just before we slide into the most reliable and toughest cookie on this list, you know what we have to talk about? That honorable mention, baby. As I'm sure you know, police forces put some of the hardest miles on their rigs, so they need a car that can hold up to the abuse. And the Crown Police Interceptor, a P71 Panther, is the honorable mention, baby. Yes, it has a lot of beefed up equipment, and yes, they are driven extremely hard when on active duty. But man, oh man, that 4.6 liter engine is extremely reliable if properly maintained. In fact, I had a friend that put over 1 million miles on his F-150 with the same engine before it failed. And that's without all the robust parts installed on the police cruisers. So if it's reliable enough to chase down criminals every single day, it's more than reliable to get you to your Tinder date and back. Plus, that back seat could make for a fun time if you know what I mean. Oh, and a little extra incentive to pull the trigger. We all know cops love donuts, and this thing is a donut making machine. This is where luxury and reliability collide for $19.99. The Lexus LS400 is goddamn bulletproof. They're absolutely amazing cars. I mean, that dude Matt Farah from the Smoking Tire just got his to 1 million miles and beyond. Just don't VIP it unless you want to make it less reliable. But what you can do, which will make it sound oh so good, is straight pipe it. And you know what else you can straight pipe? These 7 cars that will get you laid. Or you can check out what YouTube recommends you watch next. Oh, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Ideal Cars. But either way, you can't lose, and as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle.